All right, so I think we're about halfway through the season at this point. I did not expect to be as invested and into this show as I currently am. Last episode is my favorite of the show so far. I mean, that's not saying much. We're only 6 episodes in, but my point is that this show has just encaptured something that I didn't think could be captured again. Like, the Avatar world feels so fresh and new in this, and I didn't think that we were going to get that going into a spin-off show of Avatar, but they've made it their own thing, and I really have to commend them for it. But last episode, Amon has made himself a very, very public threat at this point. A lot of civilians seem to be in on the whole revolution thing that he's got going. And after what happened at the Pro Bending Arena, I'm still thinking that Tarlok is Amon. Tarlok wasn't there. Tarlok made the decision with Lin, and then that played right into the hands of Amon. But dude, I really don't know, because there's also so many other things. Like, why would Tarlok be playing Amon, and why would he make up like this whole thing like, oh, I'm not a bender, but I want to take away all the bending? And it just doesn't really make sense. But there's also so much evidence supporting the fact that he is Amon. I mean, one of you guys said that we're going to find out answers soon. I hope that is the case. But I got a couple of questions going into the later half of this season. Like, how are they ultimately going to take this dude down? Because it seems like he's just untouchable. Like, any bender that goes up against him is just getting their ass handed to them. I mean, we haven't seen him fight Korra one-on-one yet, but we've seen him take down other benders like no problem. So I'm really curious to see what they got to take him down, take down his forces. But I think those glove things now that they got are like chi blockers or something of the sorts, so that's going to be a big problem. And then my other question is, what is this event that we keep flashing to? We saw like a younger Aang, or not a younger Aang, but like a mid-30s Aang, Sokka, Toph. I can't remember who else we may have seen in those flashes that we've gotten, but when are we going to get an extended version of that? Because I imagine that we will. Because so far it has gone completely unexplained. I think we've gotten flashes of it 2 or 3 times now. I'm sure something is going to come of it, but before we get started, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications. Whatever you guys want to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length version of this reaction or any other reaction that I have up on the channel, as well as early access to said reactions, you'll find them right here on YouTube on my membership page. So if you guys could check those out as well, I would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm super excited. So let's go.
I still can't believe they're shutting this place down.
Okay, so that's what's happening.
I talked to Tenzin and made all the arrangements. You can come live on Air Temple Island with me.
Oh yes, more love triangle stuff.
Already invited us to live in Urtahan's giant
Never
mansion.
mind.
Hey, Korra. I was hoping you'd stop
Yeah,
by.
she doesn't like that.
I'd love to have you come visit the estate.
Come on, Korra. We all deserve a little rest and relaxation after all. We could swim in Asami's pool.
I agree with Pabu on this one. This is some muscly birds.
Looks like our intel was good.
There's enough evidence here to bury Cabbage Corp for an eternity.
Cabbage Corp, what'd you guys do?
This is an outrage. I'm innocent.
Yeah, that's
Cabbage Man would be ashamed.
For the time being, we have frozen Mr. Ganlan's assets and are closing Cabbage Corp.
No, not my cabbage corp.
Is it the same voice actor? It sounded a lot like him. I mean, why not bring him back?
Tana?
Oh, what are they gonna do? Make me feel bad for this guy?
I've been to the best healers in the city. Whatever Amon did to me, it's permanent. You gotta get him for me.
Nope, still not feeling bad for him.
See you around, Avatar.
Still don't really like him. They might flip the image on me, but not yet. Whoa, Korra just like spawned in at the bottom of the frame.
Someone forgot to ask her father if we could stay here.
Yeah, but I smoothed it over with him. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's not advice I would take.
Master Bolin. I love this guy. Now pat me dry.
As you wish.
Don't forget Master Pabu.
Wouldn't dream of it, sir.
He gets right back. Yep. What was the point of that?
Let me guess. Shopping, makeovers.
Ooh, I vote makeovers.
I have something a little more exciting in mind.
Oh, sick. – Dude, I'm continuing to love like the 1920s that like slash 30s aesthetic that they're going for. Taking in all of like the technological advancements and even like achievements are kind of thrown in there. It's really cool the way they've handled it. Wish I had a track like that in my backyard.
Emergency! Emergency coming through. Beep, beep.
Oh, what happened? Oh, he gotta go pee.
Another bathroom I can use? We have a ladies' powder room upstairs. First door on your right.
People just call it a powder room to make it seem more luxurious. It's a f***ing bathroom, okay?
Everything is going exactly as planned.
Unless there's no bath in it, then it's a toilet room.
Cabbage Corp investigation has bought us enough time.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Bathroom's
Trust me.
better.
By the end of the week, we'll be ready to strike.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Daddy's not so goody-goody.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm supposed to air sit. I mean, baby bend. I mean, babysit.
Air sit baby bend. Okay. Yeah, English, it's hard sometimes. I get it.
So you think Mr. Sato manufactured those gloves for the Equalists, then framed Cabbage Corp? A firebender killed Sato's wife during the break-in. It's possible he's been harboring anti-bending sentiment all this time.
I wonder if it's gonna amount to be nothing or what. Because they do this kind of thing in things in animated shows all the time where it's like, oh, well, it's this person. And they're like, oh, well, I didn't do it. And then it ends up being somebody else.
I think your father might be involved with the Equalists.
What? I don't believe this.
Mr. Sato, we just have a few follow-up questions for you.
My father is innocent.
But how do you know?
I can assure you, I have nothing to do with those radicals.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, Korra.
I overheard you on the phone.
My #1 competitor was knocked out of the game. It's providing me an opportunity to strike the market with a new line of Satomobiles.
My sus detector is going off.
If you feel it's necessary, you're welcome to search all of Future Industries.
Yeah, if you got nothing to hide.
I can't believe we didn't find anything.
It would appear Hiroshi is innocent.
But who else would it be that we know of? If not the Cabbage people or Sato.
I don't care how cooperative Hiroshi is being. I know he's lying.
Why are you doing this? Are you that jealous of me and Asami?
Don't be ridiculous. That has nothing to do with
Well,
it.
that is true. That's not why she's doing it. The hell?
If you want to find the truth, meet me under the north end of the Silk Road Bridge at midnight.
Trap? No trap? Well, she's got them with her, so...
What do you have on Hiroshi Sato?
He manufactured those gloves for the Equalists.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And there are rumors he's working on something even bigger. He has a secret factory.
Where?
It's right underneath the Sato mansion.
Huh. I guess we're two idiots, should I say, are living now.
We can't let Amon get his hands on this new weapon.
New weapon. Yikes.
We have reason to believe there's a factory hidden below the mansion.
I think I would have noticed if there were a factory underneath my house.
Where is your father?
In his workshop, behind the house.
Wonder where that workshop leads to.
Dad? Hello?
He's down there.
No one has left the workshop since we arrived.
Perhaps we just couldn't see him leaving.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
There's a tunnel beneath the workshop, running deep into the mountainside.
What? There's no tunnel.
Say what, bitch?
Do you think your dad knows about this tunnel?
There must be an explanation.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
You three stay up here. Officer Song, keep an eye on them.
I mean, you can't be mad at her, though. Like, she's just doing her job. And while she is jealous, I didn't see any kind of jealous intent whenever this whole thing started. So, plus it's a priority. Yeah.
Not your average backyard workshop.
No. Oh, shit.
And I'm guessing those are the new weapons.
Hiroshi was lying, all right, but where is he?
We need to get down there and see what's going on.
You're staying put until the chief comes back.
Good luck with that.
If I start sneeze.
What's your problem, bub?
Who is he, Wolverine? Calling him Bub.
Just stay put until the chief comes back. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Why? Because you said it.
Yeah, he did say it. Good job.
I have to find out the truth about my father.
I understand. That's why I'm going down, to find out for you.
Could she have somehow been in on this? And we're just not figuring that out yet?
It's solid platinum.
Yo.
I think I'll fight from inside here, where my odds are a little more equal.
Are they though?
You lured us down here.
Guilty as charged.
I don't think your metal's gonna do too much against those things. I stand maybe corrected? Yeah. I like those sword things that she has. Okay, so he sponsored the fire ferrets in the tournament. Maybe that's how Amon and his people got in so easily.
Well, I'd say that was a near flawless test run.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where they at?
Not so fast, boys.
Hello, Mr. Sato. Wow, what a really swell, scary factory.
Supporting the Avatar? It was all just a big cover.
I wanted to keep you out of this for as long as I could, but now that you know the truth, please, forgive me.
I think it's a little bit more simpler than, or a little bit harder than, please forgive me.
We can help people like us everywhere. Join me, Asami.
Just like that?
No.
I love you, Dad.
Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't see her turning just like that. Like, no real reason given.
Tarlok's right. I failed as chief. First thing in the morning, I'm handing in my resignation.
No. Don't do that. Don't be so dumb.
I'm gonna find my officers and take Amon down. But I'm gonna do it my way, outside the law.
Okay, well, maybe that will be a good thing then.
Asami's dad being an equalist is not an easy thing to believe. Even now.
I know.
No, it was surprising, but it makes sense in retrospect.
After everything she's been through, she's going to need you, Mako.
That was big for her. Because that goes against everything that she wants. Damn, and that's it. Dude, I'm telling you, these episodes are so not short, really. I mean, they're like an average cartoon episode length, but they just fly by because of the content. But yeah, another fantastic episode. Obviously, getting to see the aftermath, the direct aftermath of the last episode is what I was the most intrigued to see. And I was hoping that they didn't just skip to like another kind of filler type episode that has nothing to do with what we just saw in the last episode. Because with some of these animated shows, they tend to do that a lot more than not. Like with the first season of The Bad Batch, they did that a lot. They would have like a really important episode, and then we would cut away for 3 or 4 episodes and we'd be doing some bullshit like that nobody cared about. But with this, even when they do that a little bit, whenever they bring in kind of some filler elements where it's like, this isn't as important to the story as, say, something like what we got in this episode, but they're always able to connect it in one way or another to the point where it doesn't completely feel like filler. There's always important elements added. That's why I say that The Last Airbender perfected filler, because I didn't see a single episode of filler in that entire series. I know there were people, whenever I was watching it, they were like, oh, this episode's filler and this one's filler and maybe you should skip it. I'm not skipping the episodes. Everything in that show felt important. Every single minute, every single moment that we got with those characters in that story felt important, and it feels like this is a rehash of that same kind of formula that we saw with that show, where not a single episode is wasted. And I know that this show was originally supposed to be just a one season show, so they initially didn't have plans for like a season 2, season 3, or season 4. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but this show so far, in particular the first season, feels very formed. It feels like there's no loose ends. It feels like they know exactly where they want to go, and we're getting that. But after the fight, the pro bending arena is getting shut down. Mako and Bolin have nowhere to go now, so they're gonna go live with Asami. Korra runs into Tano. I don't think I'm gonna end up liking him, but they're attempting to make me feel a little bit of sympathy towards that character. Not feeling it yet, might in the future, but I feel like that they're going I don't know what they're going to do with this character, because he's already had his bending taken away. It feels like they're trying to make us sympathize with him a little bit. Maybe they'll kill him off or something. I don't know. This is still Avatar and technically a kid's show, so I don't know how much they can get away with that in that regard. But Sato working with the Equalists is not something that I had on my bingo card for tonight's episode. But when they first said that, I was like, okay, maybe he's just making the weapons against his will or something like that. No, he's full-blown Equalist. Like, he's into the cause. And I thought Asami was actually going to join him there for a second, or maybe that she was with him the entire time. We just didn't know. But she turned against him. She's now with Mako, Bolin, Korra. They're all gonna go live at Air Temple Island. But this whole thing, like, of them not believing Korra whenever she was trying to convince them that Asami's dad was indeed working with Amon was very, very typical. These mech suits that Sato created for Amon are going to be a problem because they were able to take out all three of them. Korra, Lin, and Tenzin were all taken out by one of them, so that's going to be a problem. They are seen as probably the three most powerful benders that we've seen in this show so far. And so if Amon really has more supporters than we're thinking, he has these gloves that are essentially chi blockers, he has these suits, he has civilians behind his cause, this whole revolution thing is going to be a problem, and it just begs the question even more. How are they going to take this dude out? I just don't see any possible scenario right now. But even though the future is a little bit clouded right now, I'm absolutely enthralled by this show. I'm loving every single second of it. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications. Whatever you guys want to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see the full-length version of this reaction or any other reaction that I have up on the channel, as well as early access to said reactions, you'll find them right here on YouTube on my membership page. So if you guys could check those out as well, I would greatly appreciate it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one.